Thank you, my darlings, and welcome to this reading. It's a timeless reading, meaning whenever you found it's just perfect. I am so excited you're here, taking this time to tune in and trusting that you were drawn to this specific message for reasons. The way it works, if you're new to my channel, I'm just start pulling cards from my decks and channel the messages that come through. I never know what it's going to be about, but I am excited to tune in and find out. So let me see what deck wants to come out first. I have a few laying here next to me on the desk. I hope everybody's doing good, so let's just, without any chatting further, do it. I think this one wants to come out and share their messages. Okay, Spirit. What do they need to know? Why are they here? Why did you lead them here to this message today? Ooh, two messages. Ooh, okay. Oh, this one fell to the floor. It says, stuck in lack. You have all the resources you need to carry you through. Whether it's financial, emotional, physical limitations that you think you have, it is only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. This deck, as you can see, it does not mingle words. It tells you straight into your face. So, let me tune into actual energies that come through. And I feel as if stuck in a quicksand. So it's almost like whatever you try to do in this situation, it's almost like it makes you stuck even more. It pulls you down more, it grabs you, you feel sinking deeper, the weight start, going more up your body, meaning that in life you start feeling like you can even move less. You almost feel drowning, inevitable things just out of your control. Yeah. So if you're stuck in lack and limitation, what it tells you, what the invitation is to realize that a lot of it is fears that you allow to take over in your situation. And so the healthy thing could be is questioning those fears, questioning the things that the fear tells you. Is it always the truth? Are you going into more of a generalization of things? Or you going into more of that, it always happens like this type of fear, right? Or type of thinking. There's emotional layer there that I feel heavy on your heart, and it's almost like anchoring you down more, like pulling you down. So any technique you can use to release it, even through writing, even through consciously just like imagining releasing it, meditation, breath work, Reiki, mentally relaxing your grip on things is what coming through. I wonder what the other card says. There's another card. Oh, hand in hand. This one says acceptance. Okay, it says, you may be disappointed with the recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you're being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. I know, you don't want to hear that. I never want to hear the same thing. But what helps me, and maybe it will helpful for you, is to think about the situations in the past when that similar thing happened. You felt like at the bottom, and because something closed, something didn't work out, something you really wanted, ended. And so you thought that was it. Your spirit was down, your moods were down, everything. And then something happened that led you to a different situation. And then looking back, you're like, oh, I'm so glad it happened, even though in the moment you didn't realize it. So that's what helps me in those situations, because a lot of times, and I know a lot of times too, that mentally, intelligently, you can understand that, and spiritually, you can believe it as well. It doesn't mean that it's an easy process at times. However, I feel like if we make decisions and give ourselves time, then we don't have to spend as much time in that hole, in that quicksand. You know, the way to release yourself from the quicksand is you're supposed to distribute your weight a little bit differently, and then get one of your legs out by slowly kind of rocking it back and forth. And then when that leg is out, you place it differently, like you sit on your knees there, and then you help yourself to get another leg out slowly again, like rocking it back and forth, and then getting it unstuck. But you have to be calm about it and not panic, or you sink more. Never been through it myself. I don't want to put myself through it, but I've seen a few videos about it. And the acceptance is very important in our lives, right? In the moment of accepting, believing it's for your highest good, to let go, to believe that you are where you are because there's a reason for it, and tuning into yourself to see what's the next step might be. But before you get to that step, you have to be okay with uncomfortable, with quietness, with acceptance, with letting go. A lot of times I feel what also helped me is understanding that there is, in a way, energetic space that we're all capable of holding, and it could be different for different people. Just like apartment can has one room, or it can has 5 bedrooms. And so in the same way, energetically, we can hold different amount of things. So when I want to make more room for things in my life, for new things that I feel are aligning with my goals, I honestly go through physical things, digital things, and get rid of things as much as I can, consciously releasing them. Meaning, if I throw away things out of my closet, I'll thank them for what they gave me, because at some point I needed those things. I used those things, right? And then being thankful, moving that energy out, so then there's more room for new things to come up. Same with old jobs, people, etc. So what I was making a point about is that it helps me, and I think can help you as well, to have that perception that when something comes out of your life, sooner you let go, the sooner you can open energetically to something new enter. Okay? So I feel like almost like in this card, this person who is opening up to butterflies, accepting, and I feel like, that release, you're like, I can breathe now. All right, interesting. Acceptance, stuck in luck. It's almost like progression, moving forward. Another card that showed up, it actually was stuck on top of the deck, is detached. And so in the reverse, it feels like you are not detaching from something, but again, it's through the acceptance you can detach, right? It says here, you've been asked to detach from something that you've been, that you've been holding on to. When we hold on to too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. So again, what we were just talking about, holding on onto something, on even the outcome, wanting it so bad, and not seeing that perhaps, or not trusting that there's a different solution there. And perhaps it's time right now to take the path of least existence, because you trust that whenever that path is going to be opening up for you, you will know it. It will be shown to you. You will feel it. Your intuition will guide to it. Someone will show up. The message will come through. Maybe a person, maybe a reading like this. and you will know, okay. But detach and acceptance come hands in hands with this message for you. So let me just ask Spirit if there's anything else you need to know at this moment. Anything else? Or is this message complete? Okay. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Unless two show up. You never know. I'm going to pull one more card for you. What else? What guidance do they need, or understanding to be able to let go, to be able to accept the time? Okay, so the time obviously will help you to do that if something is too emotionally charged right now. Going back to a spiritual source, meaning opening up to creativity, being out in nature, by water, full moon releases. What else? What else do they need to know, Spirit? Oh, my cards are just flying out to the floor here. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chamber of Forgiveness. So this could be for you guys one of the blockages, right, that you cannot accept or detach from because you haven't went through the forgiveness of yourself or another. And it's kind of like deep right now for you. It is very emotionally charged. So it makes sense that then it's hard to detach, it's hard to accept it. Perhaps you've been betrayed by other people. Perhaps you just put in, expectations on that person and they weren't really in alignment with the nature of that person. Sometimes we do that. We want something so bad, we project our expectations and desires onto someone, onto another person, and it's not always fair either. So that could be it as well in your situation, or for some of you at least. But it sounds like you can start with the forgiveness if you're able to do so. A lot of times if you really go deep into it, there's nothing to forgive. Okay? Because again, it could be something that you just projected onto another person. But if you're able to start and you want to move through this stuckness faster, consider starting with the forgiveness. Okay? A lot of blue, a lot of spiritual energies through this reading. Purples. Acceptance, detach starts with forgiveness. And what I'm getting for some of you right now is that you can even, you don't have to be one-to-one with a person you need to forgive. It could be the conversation you can have in your head through the meditation. Meaning you can sit in a meditation and imagine you connecting to the soul or your higher self of that other person. And you're having this conversation saying, listen, this situation, this thing led me to feel this way. You go down to the path, you might realize because your own things were activated, your own traumas, your own wounds were opened up, and the other person was just reflecting that. And looking into the mirror, not always the most exciting thing to do. This morning I woke up and I'm like, oof. I did the oil on my hair, so my last night, so my hair looked greasy, my face was a bit swollen. But you know what? I looked at it and I looked at myself and I said, hey, you look wonderful and I love you. And it could have been easier to say into negative of it and be like, ugh. But it's okay, right? I still love it. I took care of it. I took a nice shower. I did rosemary scrub on my roots. I took care of my body, that I put oil on my body, and I was doing it. I was telling how much I love it. And it changes the mood. It changes the way you feel. but I went different path with this. But the message was to, the people often reflect the things that are not healed in us. And if you're able to step away from charged emotions and look at it from that perspective and see it and accept, okay, you know what, this haven't healed in me. Okay, it's okay. It's a process. You're not worse for it. You're just aware of it, and then you can start working towards healing that part, doing the inner child work, connecting with people that, not trauma bond, but connect with people who could understand that and be present for you while you're going through that healing experiences. It's important to have the connection with a similar tribe or group of people that could understand where you're at. We all need that. We all need that support. You do not need to do this work by yourself. Of course, a lot of it is one-on-one with yourself, one-on-one with your thoughts, one-on-one with your emotions. Yes, 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 yes. But you don't need to just to do all of it by yourself, okay? Those are the messages that are coming through. They are pretty strongly channeled, and I hope you found this reading helpful, even though this might be another mirror for you that you didn't want to look into. But I'm glad you did. What you do with it is up to you. That's the freedom of choice we all have. But this was coming from love and like acceptance of the life as is, and being able to face it and still appreciate it. Okay? Much love to you. Feel free to leave a comment or like. Those definitely help this phase grow. And I appreciate you. Until next reading, please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.